Those were incredible. Let's give these fine young men and women a round of applause for a job very well done. This year, the class of 2013 has chosen one staff member from East Kentwood High School to give the final speech to their class. This year, our honored spokesperson is Mrs. Cathy Linder. Cathy works in our food service department. Mrs. Linder, would you please come forward to address our future leaders one last time?
I will. I love my Bosnians. Welcome, everybody. My name is Cathy Linder, and I am a West Wing lunch lady. Normally, I would be here in my Jimmy Choos and my Ralph Lauren's, but this is how I roll, and this is how your children see me. First, I have a few people I would like to thank. First of all, Missy McNeil for typing this for me because I can't find the cues on my computer. And thank you, Missy, for crying with me as we did this. I don't think you realize how much you mean to me and how much I love you. Mr. Kenoy and Sandy Connors, thank you for letting me be me. I would also like to thank your parents, your step-parents, your grandparents, your foster parents, God bless you, your host parents, your aunts, your uncles, all your siblings, and some of our staff. Michelle, you're a great mom and a great security. Chad, you're one of the best huggers I know. I simply love you. Sally Brown, I just like saying your name. Sean, I call and you move. TK, my boyfriend, my go-to guy. Glad he has a woman now because she can take care of his sniffles. He's always been there for me. I love you more. I know many of you are always encouraged to see what kind of clothes he wears and how he's styling with those shoes. Mr. Kenoy, my friend first. Now my boss. I love it when he brings his salad to come and get some of our specialties off of our salad bar. He is so kind to his kids, you, and his own. My heart is full when he's around. Mr. Harmon! Oh my! The best dressed assistant principal ever. We like to call him Ric Flair. The best tie, I think he's another hottie. Rick Smith, I never see him. I think he stays on the east side. I think he knows me too well. Miss Cedarman, you were there when I needed you most. You stepped in when we all needed you the most. When somebody came in to fill your place, we really needed you the most. Mr. Freiberg, Sandy Connors, hello, my friend, my comfort, my girl who has something kind always to say. She has fought so many battles for all of us and never gives up. I simply love you. Kathy Johnson, friends long ago and forever. The kids would be lost without you in the athletic office. They come to you just for security. Connie Bosma lost the love of her life, but not love of life. Carrie Allaire, my buddy with one buddy. We saved one child together. Kyle, the teddy bear we all love to hug. Mr. Krosky, the super builder, the go-to fixer, the super father. Linda Flecky, yearbook hero and my friend. Dave Emiot. The energy. I need his pills. A little bit of arrogance, but he loves his Valters. Maybe we all need a little bit of that. My three amigos, Jeremy, Carl, and Chad. Every morning, helping me with breakfast, greeting the children with kind words. Chad Van Houten, you're a fast pair of shoes to fill. Jeremy Gasper, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and I'm also learning to do so also. You also showed me my tears are okay. Carl Warfield. Oh, brother, thank you for introducing our son to critters. He has a 9-year-old ball python, and guess what? His name is Carl. Sherry Hoving, my daughter, I simply love you. I will always be your surrogate mom. Dom, we call you the Hamburglar, and we love you, and we love watching you take those hamburgers. Coach Jeff Anima, finally learned to be polite, finally learned to say hi first. I'm so proud of you. He runs so fast from the east side just for lunch. He's also the only one besides my son, who is 6'9", that has to bend down to hug, and I simply love his hugs. Randy Smith, you are a true gentleman. You keep Wendy and I at our jobs. Thank you for always bringing us coffee. We love you so much. You are our hero. Amy Brookhuizen, you come into my cafe like a gazelle with a smile. Always happy. I want to be you when I grow up. Oops, too old now. I simply adore you. Stephanie Stevenson, the woman warrior. Never a complaint, always a fighter. And I should know because I was once there too. I love you and your Andrea. Cathy Stevens, we need you. Step up. You help so many girls. Thank you. Don't back away. Jim Sutton, you're getting oh so skinny. I loved your jokes. You were my friend first and always will be. Lindsay Stepanek always speaks her mind and isn't afraid to say anything. Sounds like somebody we all know. Mr. Vaccaro. I only wish my boys had you. Every child loves you. Best of luck in whatever you pursue. Wobbs. Everyone's hero. Everyone's love. Everyone will miss you. You are East Kentwood. Thank you. Elizabeth Winters. You once gave me a hero t-shirt. Ditto, right back at you, sister. Rose, my boss, my hub, my go-to person. Thank you for keeping me sane. I love you. Dr. Polchewski, though through your daughters, we have come to know each other. I hope you're not leaving on my account. I wish you well in whatever you do, and I simply thank you. Mr. Zorhoff, we go way back to 7th grade basketball. Welcome to your new position. Hopefully you'll have more success at this than you did at coaching. Mo, my boss for 17 years. He's such a poor soul. He's lost most of his hair by now. Do you wonder why? Thank you for letting me be me. I love you. Fern, I couldn't do my job without talking to you at least once a day. It will be my nightmare when you leave. You are a true friend and I love you. Mr. Dahlquist, welcome. I've heard wonderful things about you. I look forward to getting to know you better. Mr. Freiberg, I did not forget you. I just didn't know how to put it in words. So brace yourself. Sometimes I think you have male menopause. Other times I'm not quite sure. Sometimes you talk to me, most of the times not. But what I love the most about you is that you just simply see no evil and hear no evil when it comes to this girl. I think you're growing on me as I am growing on you. And without getting emotional, I think I kind of love you. Okay, my babies, this is for you. I'm going to ask each and every one, Chesley, Macy, David, Jalen, Mariah, and Jake, because you text each other, turn your phones off now. Come on. All your phones off. I've got a story to tell you, and at one point I will ask you to turn your phones back on. I'm not going to wait. Come on, my Bosnian boys in the front row, phones off. Let's go. We don't have all night. It's frickin' cold. I'm not waiting. Let's go. Chuckles, phone off. My name was Sherry Ann. I was born in London, Ontario. That's in Canada, for those of you that don't know. To a single mom who decided to give me up for adoption. Bless her heart. My family from the U.S. found out about me, and off to America I went. My adoptive parents, Jim and Jean, couldn't have children. They chose the name Catherine Suzanne for me. It was Catherine when my dad was quite upset, and Cathy to everyone else. My parents split when I was 6 years old. I don't remember too much, other than being a product of divorce and an only child. The world was mine. My dad owned a nightclub where he met the love of his life besides me and married her. She was a singer and wore beautiful beautiful gowns. He would sneak me to the club on weekends when he had me. You see, my dad was a true thug. I knew about guns and how to use them before I reached third grade. My mom remarried a man who wasn't quite so wonderful. Additionally, at the age of third grade, I learned from my parents that I was adopted. The very next day, I marched into show and tell, and I told the class they all had to be born, but I was chosen. Yep, I thought I was somebody pretty special. At the time of about 7th grade, things had gotten progressively worse with my stepdad. He would slap me around a little bit, but nothing I couldn't handle. My mom and I were becoming fast and best friends. We did everything together. But when we would fight, I would slam my door and give her the bird over and over again. Come on, come on, come on. I know you've all done something similar to your parents. Don't try to get it past me. In 1967, the riots broke out in Detroit, and my dad took me downtown to help as we loaded up and borrowed more TVs and electronics than you can imagine. We were rolling high. I thought he was amazing. My mom, not so much. For a period of time, my mom forbid me to see my dad. There I was behind my door. Guess what? My fingers flipping all over again. Sneaking out of the window, my aim to get back at her because I was ticked. I was barely making it at Livonia Stevenson High School. You see, you could smoke in the courtyard. Of course, I would rather smoke in the bathroom because it was too cold outside. After all that I did and all the stuff I pulled on my mom, she would stand right by me. Even with the punishment, the love was more obvious. As time went on, some health issues hit my father. Still, being a thug, I was now old enough to make my own decision to see him. You know, money and power talks. Although my mom was working full-time, she always made time for me. She never complained. She never, maybe just once, said an unkind word about my father. She actually liked my stepmom. In fact, she felt sorry for my stepmom for marrying my dad. My mom was perfect, everything I wanted to be. In February 1972, my world came to what I thought was a crashing end. My senior year of high school, my mom, who I realized was my real hero, suffered a heart attack. Because my father was bad and my family was falling apart, I stood proud as my mother would have wanted and took care of everything. I was so blessed to spend the last 7 minutes with her. We told each other how much we loved each other, and I said goodbye to my mama that day. I was 17 years old. I hope that all of you can understand why I felt a need to tell you this, because I can relate to some of you. Many of you have been through a little of what I have, and some of you so much more than what I have. Now, please turn on your phones. Come on, Jose. Come on, Macy. Come on, the rest of you. Come on, Tyler. Come on, I need you all to do it. Arthur, my hero. Carl, my protector. So many of you. Chantel, please, turn them on. And I want you to do something for me. I want you to give something that means the world to me and more than anything you might ever do. Please love yourself first. Don't let anyone take that away from you. You are better, happier, more wonderful, kinder, gentler than anyone. Now ready, in caps, because that's how I roll if you've ever gotten a text from me. Text these 3 words to yourself. I love you. Now, text them to anyone. A friend, a teacher, someone who did you wrong, someone who you did wrong, Nerman, anyone, someone else that these 3 words might create an impact on them and you. Now my final message to you. I want you to live with the awareness that you are loved, and I want to thank you for loving me. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to the best and the worst graduating class I have ever had. I love you more. Thank you.